Hey, what's going on? I was seeing how much stuff I accumulated, and I figured I should probably do an updated video of some things I've got. Um, I have enough stuff that I might just do a video for DVDs separate to games. I have some good DVDs in here that I wouldn't mind just saying a few things about, so that way the videos don't stretch out too long if I will do games and movies at the same time. None of these are in any particular order. I actually just picked this Where Eagles Dare up today. I've been looking for this for a number of years. I mean, I've seen this before. I really liked the movie. It's great. Interesting World War II movie with Clint Eastwood. I was going to call him Harrison Ford. Clint Eastwood. And then Richard Burton, I think, actually got top billing based on how the cover looks. But yeah, I always had that in my Amazon wish list. I think it's like always was around $6 to $8, somewhere around there, and just never felt like paying that. So glad to find all the stuff that I find is all around 50 cents, no more than 75 cents per movie typically. There's one pawn shop I go to, they always tend to sell them 2 for $1. This one thrift store that I've been going to, I found some good stuff twice I've gone in the last 2 months. I think they sell them for, I think it's like 69 cents, some weird price. Got some James Bond movies. I don't remember if these are like a part of that big set that came out. I think these two are. But yeah, 3, Sean Connery. This one might not be. I don't know. Actually, does it have MGM? Yeah, this one might be like a separate to that set that came out, like a collection. I was doing some research earlier just to I guess I'm going for the gold and trying to get as many of them as I can. But I have 15 of the James Bond movies, counting Daniel Craig's most recent James Bonds. There are 25 James Bond movies. I think he's set to release another one, so it would make it 26. But I have 15 of the 25, so I'm still missing 10. A lot of them are the Roger Moore Bond movies, because I think he technically has the most. I could be wrong. Him and Connery, I think, have the most per actor. But I only have like 1 or 2 Roger Moore movies. But I think I'm about done with Connery, all the Connery James Bond movies. This was when he was his oldest, I believe, which is kind of hard to tell because well, when you see that movie, I could tell based on how he moves and stuff that he's a much older guy. And my cat's in here. Hitman. I remember watching this when it was relevant, and obviously I would like the video game series a good bit. This is a good action movie. I had been keeping my eyes out for this. And I found this one today too. The one thrift store I went to. Just gonna lay right on top of these. I've been looking for this movie for about 2 or 3 years. I remember like watching this first trailer of this movie and like being real excited about it because I like the the original Lord of the Rings movies. And to see like there's more of it was really appealing to me. So I'm going into these movies kind of blind because I never read the book. I know it was popular, but I had bought the. I was most random. I bought like the second and the third ones, but I could never find the first one. I believe this is the first one. So now I have all three, so I can finally watch them because I wasn't gonna watch 2 and 3 and not watch the first one. Which that is. I see this movie available pretty often, but I just never got around to buying it. But I watched some clips of it on YouTube, and I found it to be an interesting sports movie. Kind of more, you really don't see too many movies made about behind the scenes about sports, and I thought that was a cool idea for a movie, especially like an underdog. It's supposed to be about the Oakland A's, I believe. How the Oakland A's had a really good season, based on like a new way of like trying to pick up players on their team. It's not that like long ago. It's not like a story that was from 50 years ago. I was real excited for this. I've been looking for this for at least a year or two. Gerard Butler was one of the actors I've been kind of gravitating towards. I mean, when he was in his, I would call prime, when he was capable of making a good, decent action movie, he probably popped out about a good, I don't know, I'd say 5 or 6 really good action movies. But this one I remember watching and I liked it. I actually really am surprised when I was looking on the back how many recognizable actors are on there. Well, I guess I don't know if you want to count Ludacris as an actor. But I remember this being like an interesting concept for a movie. Plus, he was kind of at the height of his career. What else? I remember when this movie came out. The Hitcher. With Sean Bean. Sean Bean plays the bad guy, and I forget how he dies because there's like that running joke on the internet about all the death scenes of Sean Bean in all his movies. But I remember this being like a semi-interesting movie. I can remember that, like, I'm trying to think if that was Nine Inch Nails, whatever song that is, like where he's driving the car real fast, was like kind of a cool scene near the end. I think if I remember right, it's just about like him being a hitchhiker and just trying to terrorize. The one girl's the main actress, I think. Sophia Bush, I think is what her name is. Yeah. Anyway, this one thrift store like always has these, which I'm pretty sure like Walmart is the one that carries these, where like you like the four and one type of deals. I'm not a huge like John Wayne nut, but like there's a handful of John Wayne movies I'd like to get a hold of that I just never find. But I just figured for this being whatever it was, 60-some cents to get 4 John Wayne movies that are about World War II, I'd give it a try. Because plus I've heard of the Back to Bataan and then Flying Leathernecks I've heard of. But I don't know, I'm more interested in John Wayne and Westerns, I think. I forget if I have True Grit. El Dorado was one I always liked a lot. I think that had James Caan in it. The one about the Civil War with the horse soldiers, I think, was another John Wayne one. Oh yeah, and then there's another one. I'm surprised that the Sands of Iwo Jima is not on there, because that's a World War II one as well. John Wayne had to have been extremely busy throughout his acting career just be pumping out movies like crazy. And then the Lethal Weapon series. I was shocked that I didn't have any of the Lethal Weapon movies, which I'm fine by because I just took care of it all with this nice option that I found. But I honestly don't think I will really have a strong desire to go watch all 4 of these. I think the only one I can honestly remember is the first one. And maybe the 4th one, because they were like really trying to push that as being an ending. I think definitely in the 90s is when that one came out, like late 90s, I believe. But yeah. When I saw this, I didn't realize that they made one of these Family Guy episodes making fun of Star Wars for every one of the original 3. They definitely didn't do the earlier numbers 1 through 3. They did 4 through 6, making fun of the original trilogy. But I didn't realize I had the 5th one, and that's the 4th one. So I'm assuming I still need to find the 6th one that they made. Lincoln, I had this movie. This is a double. But the one pawn shop I go to, they it just makes sense to not try to get like a movie just for 50 cents. So I was just looking for a second one to make it $1. And being as a teacher, like, this is valuable to have, even if I just give it to somebody. I was thinking about like even just giving it to my library, and somebody could possibly use it in my school. I have Disney Plus, and I saw that this was available to watch. Look at that knucklehead. And I never got around to watching it on the streaming, but I thought this was cool to have it as both movies on the disc, because I'll watch it in the background, but I never really ever get a chance to just sit down and watch something like streaming digitally. And then I was surprised to find this, just because, like, to me, this is relatively new. I know I'm going to be shocked at how many years ago this probably came. Actually, 2018, that's not too bad. Yeah, actually, I'm kind of surprised that this was at a thrift store for like 60-some cents. I still need to go back and watch the Batman movies with him, which I guess is Batman versus Superman, and then I don't know. It's hard to keep track of these. It's probably easier to keep track of these than it is to keep track of all the Marvel movies. But anyway, I think those are all the movies I have. Now I just have to. It's like she was in trouble. Now I just have to put them on my shelf. So anyway, let me know what you think of the movies I picked up. I'm actually pretty excited about Where Eagles Dare. There's a lot of good movies in here that I'm excited about. Especially The Hobbit movie I'd like to watch. I have never seen that before. Anyway, adios.